Oh my, look at this distinguished gentleman. Oh my, wow, look at him go as he swims awkwardly. Why does my fish swim like this? That's not good at all. Please, swim normally, Grumpy, please. For the love of God, swim. Or sit, that's okay too. I don't discriminate. Why is my fish like this? God freaking damn it. Building my Betta fish another tank because my wallet can afford to do so. Yay. Alright, on a more serious note, so this is Grumpy. You guys haven't met him yet, but I bought him about 3 months ago. He was a beautiful red, short-tailed Betta fish, and he was so gorgeous. Like, his face was so funny. He looked like a frog. Or a snakehead. A little bit of both, to be honest, but it was so funny. Yeah, well, the fun kind of stopped about a month ago. You see, Grumpy took on his name a little bit too literally, and he became really grumpy. Whether or not that's my fault is up to debate. But you see, after just a little bit, Grumpy just didn't seem like he was having it anymore. He was not enjoying life in his tank anymore. So I thought maybe it was because he was in a community tank. He was with other fish, and you know, maybe he was one of those incel fish that didn't like. Wait, no, that's with females. Maybe he was a loner. That's really sad, actually. Whatever it was, he was just not doing very well. As you can see, he was developing his own kind of vitiligo, that thing Michael Jackson had. Yeah, doesn't matter if you're black or white, but apparently if you're red and you get it, it means you're fish sick. So I quarantined him. I had to hide him away from the rest of the world, and you know, he was isolated for like a week. I gave him his methylene blue, salt baths. I just really tried to figure out what on earth was wrong with Grumpy. I even thought that maybe he was being bullied by the other fish in the tank, but I can't deduce it at the end of the day, and he keeps living. He just won't kick the can. So I thought maybe I'll reward him for his resilience, and let's build him a tank. Let's build a filterless tank, see how we go, and hopefully Grumpy pulls through. Okay, wow, Josh, the tank is already set up. How did that happen? Well, wouldn't you like to know how much footage I lost in the past week? Look, to be honest, all you need to know is I'm going for an aquascape. I'm doing it better this time around, and I'm also down a couple $100. That's all. Okay, first things first, light. We're gonna do a filterless tank, so I need a lot of light. A very good light for that fact. Can't be some shitty little Miniso light that I bought 10 years ago. It's like, I need a proper light. So I went and got one of those. Cried about it a little bit, but yeah, we pulled through. We're strong. Okay, this is actually about 40 minutes worth of footage being condensed down into a couple seconds. So I'm gonna be really quick. First things first, I hate planting stem plants. Jesus Christ, why can't they just stay in the ground where they belong? Second of all, I went for Monte Carlo again. I can never get it to work. Up to this point, it still doesn't work, but it looks great here, so enjoy that. What am I up to? Third point? Third point is this tree. This tree sucks. I can't get it to look good at all. It doesn't suit the scape, and although it worked at the beginning, now that I'm adding more plants, I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Instead, I'm gonna wedge this rock right in between the barrier between the aqua soil and the sand. Now, there's aqua soil under the sand as well, and I'm gonna put a root tab in there. Don't you worry, it's all good. But I'm gonna wedge this rock here because I think it looks cool, right? Anyone else agree? I hope so, because how I'm looking at it now, it looks pretty dope. Oh, it fell over. Good. God damn it. Alright, so after about 30 more minutes, I managed to figure out a nice position. I had some more dragonstone that I broke up into 3 actually pieces, and I had them like little slanted. It was pretty cool, right? It was very big brain of me. I ended up pulling out more plants. The water's really cloudy at this point as well. I don't blame Grumpy if he gets another illness from this, to be honest. This is my bad. Okay, sorry, I hope not. I hope that's not the case. Oh, look who's also able to now plant stem plants. Jesus Christ, I figured it out. So the trick is, you go a little bit slanted, and that allows it to kind of dig in a little bit deeper, and you know, it just won't shoot up straight away. So yeah, I kind of figured it out. Very happy about that. And also the substrate at the right hand corner was a little bit deeper, so it actually made things a lot easier, thank God. Why don't people who sell stem root plant stem plants have longer roots? Why is it always going to be like a little knob at the end? It's such a liability. I'm paying a lot of money for this. Jesus Christ. Now I'm also going to add some Java moss into the far corner. I'm just going to stuff it in there. I think the idea with the filterless tank is just give it as much plants as possible so that they can just actively filter the water without you needing the filter, because you gotta compensate and stuff like that. Life's about compensating, guys. I'm sorry, but yeah, I was just stuffing Java moss in there, and whatever I had left over I just put in the other tank. Looks pretty cool too. So I found a little rock and it had like some Java fern. I was using it in another tank, and I thought, you know what, it might be a cool little addition to have here. I did some cleanup. The stem plants fell out again, as they always do, so I was replanting those. And yeah, overall the tank actually looks really cool. I love the split in between the sand and the aqua soil and the Monte Carlo. I really would have liked the Monte Carlo to spread out, but speaking from the future, it doesn't. And it actually looks like a very sorry graveyard at the moment. So we're going to try something new later, but that's the idea, is that for it to be a lush green on the left side, and on the right side it's going to be sand. It's going to have all the stem plants grow out and stuff like that. It's going to be pretty cool. So yeah, hopefully Grumpy likes it. I like it. And yeah. Alright, so I'm adding some floaters to the tank. They're really good. They grow really quickly and they just suck up all the bad stuff. So it's always good to have floaters, especially in a filterless tank. And the premise is more plants, more joy, right? So you all want to be happy. You all want to have a good tank without doing much. Just chuck in some floaters. They do half the work. You don't have to think about the water most of the time. Now Grumpy is a really picky eater. He's, for some reason, just nowhere near capable of eating dried food. I don't know why. I keep trying, and I even try to starve him sometimes, and he just won't end up eating it. He'll just let himself die, apparently. So I've given him the towel, and basically I'm only feeding him dried bloodworms, because that's all he'll eat. He literally won't eat anything else unless it's like, I don't know, a baby shrimp. And that's only every so often when they decide to jump in front of his face, because Grumpy doesn't swim either. So yeah, most of the time he sits around, doesn't do much, but when it's feeding time, oh, the energy comes back all of a sudden, because he knows what he's gonna get, bloodworms. Now I know it's not ideal to only feed your Betta fish freeze-dried bloodworms, but like I said, I can't get him to eat anything else. And you know what, if I can get him to eat at least something, I take that as a win. Yes, so this bit is an absolute tragedy. So I moved the Monte Carlo a little bit and it just shreds to pieces. Like, look at that. It goes absolutely everywhere and causes a massive mess in the tank. Oh my god, this was an absolute nightmare. Like, I genuinely wished that all the Monte Carlo around the world just vanished, because I was so upset by this. This took me hours to fix. Freaking hell. So yeah, I just spent a couple hours trying to put everything back together nicely. I have to get each individual stem and just plant them in, which I guess on the bright side separates it out a bit more, and maybe it will start the carpet better. But oh my god, this actually took ages, but it was kind of satisfying too. You kind of learn a lot more about planting stuff when you have to keep doing it 100 times over. So after this, I guess I became a professional planter for fish tanks. I'll add that to my resume. So anywho, I just keep up with my water changes. I know later on I won't have to, but because it's such a new tank, I just want to make sure I'm on top of it and make sure the water quality is as pristine as possible. Grumpy's in there. He doesn't seem to mind a whole lot, but god, Grumpy can flip a coin, man, and he'll just pick the day that he wants to just be a complete nuisance. So anything can happen with that guy. Hopefully he enjoys the tank, and hopefully you guys actually enjoy how it started, how it's going. I'll give you guys updates. I'll keep you guys, always posted about what's going on. And yeah, I think the tank so far is pretty steady. There's actually some shrimps in here as well, so they're doing okay. The floaters are doing alright, and so far the tank still has stayed pretty green, so I guess we're doing alright, guys. I guess we're doing alright. With that all being said, welcome back to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching this week's video. I really appreciate you guys always tuning in for fish stuff. You're really great enablers for my fish addiction apparently. So yeah, thank you guys so much again. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I'm always here every week, well, most weeks, trying to get a upload out every now and then. We are dealing with a lot of university assignments at the moment, so hopefully once that all clears, we can have a little break and I can go and do some more fun stuff for you guys, do some more live streams. We've been keeping up with those pretty well, so high fives all around. Yeah. Alright, so I've got nothing left to say. I'm just rambling. So you guys can just watch Grumpy in his tank, being grumpy as I try to feed him. Alright. Thank you guys so much. Take care and peace.